Hey, what's going on, Jawbreakers? Just want to do another episode of our Arky jig pour. On this one, we're going to be going over the weed guards, how I insert them, and also how I melt the other end of the weed guard so that it's all together. Here is one, how it comes from when you buy it. See how the one end's melted? And then here's what I do. I melt both ends. That way there's nothing coming apart. That, and then it's easier to cut when you want to cut down the weed guard. So here's what I'm going to do is turn on my heat enough. I'm going to turn it on high. The heat gun's gonna have to heat up a little bit. And you just gotta watch it, you'll see it start melting. And I just twirl it to get all the little hairs off of it. There's one, I'll show you another one. And you don't have to stay on there long once it gets hot. Let me turn this off and I'll show you guys how it is. See how both sides are melted? So let me get this heat gun out of the way and then I'll show you how I glue them in. Now when I do it, I always check them before and make sure they fit in the head. And also too, if you guys watched my other video, which you ought to go down and watch it, I leave the pins in it, in the head, so no power coat gets in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So we're going to stick make sure all the weed guards fit in there. And I'll just do a couple. And then what I use is DevCon 5-minute epoxy clear. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then all I do is take a plate. Make sure you got equal parts of epoxy. It doesn't take much. And just make sure you get that good mixed up. Just take your knife and mix it up. And just pull your weed guard back out and then dip it in the epoxy and get a little bit of epoxy on it. And then just stick it in there. And make sure it's straight. And there it is. You can do a bunch of them pretty fast. You don't, like I said, you don't need much epoxy on there. That's all it is, guys. Hey, too, if you guys don't care, go ahead and watch the other 2 videos on the Arky jig. One of them's on how I pour the jig, one how I powder coat with a fluid bed, and then I'm also going to make another video on how I tie my skirts on the jig. And then there's also going to be another video on a jig hack on how I put a wire bait keeper on when they don't have one, and then another one how I put a bait keeper on this part of the hook where the round bend is, so when you don't want to put the whole bait on there, and it keeps it on there and it doesn't flop off, come off, whatever. So if you don't care, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, jawbreakers.